Hi guys, I'm back with another video today. So, I'm doing my wrestling terms and glossary today, and I'm doing them upstairs. Usually I would do them downstairs, but I decided to do them upstairs today. And this will be for C, the letter C for this week. And let's get started. So the first one is the C show. The C show means a level lowest wrestler of the show, mostly rookies come on first on the show. So most of the time these are rookie wrestlers, and they're gonna be like on the first couple matches of the show. So yeah, nothing big there. A call to instruct a wrestler what's going on to what happens during a match. Sometimes a commentator does it too, not always, so they're instructing them on what to do during the match. If they forget something, sometimes a referee does that too. Call means it's in the ring to make up moves and everything in a match on the fly, not rehearsed and scripted. So this doesn't happen often. Most of the time they are scripted and they are rehearsed before, but sometimes if they don't have enough time for the story, that's what they'll do, but it doesn't happen often. Okay, a card. The card means the lineup of the matches, so that's what's going to come in first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Most of the time, if it's something like Monday Night Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, they're going to have like 6 or 7 matches on the show. If it's a pay-per-view, it's more like 10 or 11. Okay. Carpenter. Not a carpenter that does stuff, making stuff. It's different. Carpenter. In-ring abilities, perform in a match to make the other wrestler look good or strong as possible. So this happens all the time. This happens in every match. If it's somebody, this is mostly performed by wrestlers that have been doing this for many years and they know how to do it well. Champion's advantage. A reigning champion's right to retain a title shown he or she loses a championship match by counter or DQ. So I'm going to go in more depth with this because I know people are going to get confused about championship advantage. So a person has the championship and they have to defend it in a title match. If they get it counted or a DQ, that means they're still champions, but they lose the match. The other guy wins, but they don't get the title. That's what they're trying to say with that term. But the only way the person would lose the title and championship advantage is if they get pinned or submitted, which most of the time it happens, but countouts do happen more nowadays because they have no idea what to do because they have good wrestlers. Cheap heat. The incitement on negative crowd reaction by insulting the crowd. So mostly a heel does this. Face don't do this. Heels do this. They insult the crowd. So the crowd starts booing at them, and a lot of people like heels. I like heels. They're good because they're the bad guys, but you should like the good guys as well. It's a good dynamic. A cheap pop. The incitement of a positive crowd reaction by kissing up to the crowd. So, quote, kissing up. This means the crowd gets excited for a good promo or a good interview or something good happens. They start cheering, as in cheap heat where they get insulted, they don't like what happens. A clean finish, a match ending without cheating. So most of the time this happens without anybody cheating, with interference or count out or disqualification, anything like that, by using any weapons. That's good. Clean wrestling, matches pitting two faces with no storyline or animosity against each other. Both are following the rules without cheating. It's pretty similar to that. And we're coming down to the last couple words. Color. The amount of blood shed in the match. They don't take how much amount of blood in the match. That's just part of the term. They should just cut out the amount and just say the bloodshed in the match or something else. But it means bloodshed in the match. That's color. Crimson mask. A face covered in blood comparable to a mask. So this is when a wrestler cuts themselves open like this with a razor blade. They use a time capsule, like I said before in earlier videos. But a crimson mask is where there's like blood all over his face, his or her face, and there's blood all over his face like a mask. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, go watch a wrestling mask and type in crimson mask and you'll find out what happens. A cross promotion. An event which occurs when two or more rival promotions put together one card wrestling event. Most of the time, they're not rivals. Most of the times, they work together because they're friends and they have alliances with each other, but it could be rivals as well. But I've seen this happening more, cross-promotion more often recently. They don't really do these a lot, but I've seen them more in the past a year or two, so yeah, that's good. Curtain jerker. Don't make it as a sexual reference. It's not. A curtain jerker is to wrestle the first match of the card. So that would be the first match of the show. Most of the time, lower card wrestlers in it. Somebody like, say, an example would be Kurt Hawkins versus Zack Ryder. That would be the first match of the card. And that's a curtain jerker, the first match of the card. And the last one is a cutoff. The point in a match in which a heel stops the face into attack and goes on offense. So they get some moves in. The face gets some moves in, and then the heel turns it around and they get some moves in, and the match goes on with either with a clean or non-clean finish, whatever is going to happen. But that is the wrestling terms and glossary for the letter C for today. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.